Hey guys, now that I finally have a game on Steam, today I'm going to rank every single game that I made since I started developing them. This includes everything that was actually done and released, so unfinished projects don't count. But before we start, let me show you the tier list. So here at the top of the list we have Spectacularly, then we have Amazingly Awesome, Very Good, Cool I guess, Don't Bother, and tier. And let's start off with Fruit Clicker. This was a game that I made in Scratch a few years ago, and it's actually one of the very first games I've ever made. Like ever. I was 13 years old I think when I made this one. I still have very fond memories of working on this one with my brother, and it's a simple game where you just have to click these apples, and you also have upgrades that will help you gather more apples, like this bird that flies around. The graphics aren't that great, but they're not terrible I guess. So yeah, let's put this one in cool, I guess. Then we have Level Dicer. This was the first game jam I've ever participated in, so I wasn't used to not having a lot of time to work on it. When you start the game, it randomizes the level you're going to play, so that's actually kinda cool. Let's see. Well, this is a pretty short game, it only has like 3 levels. It had some potential, but the mechanics themselves were very buggy, and I don't think it was really that fun to play, to be honest. So, I don't know, I'm probably going to put this one in Don't Bother. Then we have CompAInion. This was another game I made for a game jam, and I think this one is a bit better than Level Dicer. It's really relaxing to play, you shoot these enemies, and when they explode they do this pop sound. It's very satisfying. You also have an AI companion that helps you shoot. So yeah, overall, pretty cool game, simple graphics. Oh, and I remember the music, it was really good actually. I didn't make it, but it was good. So let's put this one in Very Good. Next we have a horror game made in 1 hour. For those of you who've never developed a game, let me tell you, making a game in 1 hour is not that fun. It's actually pretty hard. This didn't turn out well, like it's very basic. You just go around this graveyard and there are a few scary sound effects. It's nothing special, like I did as much as I could with the very little time I had. So yeah, I can't blame myself for making a pretty low tier game because I only had 1 hour. So, you know, what were you expecting? I'm no expert. But yeah, never play this one, this sucks. Next we have Easter Forester. And this is the first surprise of the video, because I actually really like this game, I still play it from time to time. I don't know, I find it very cool to explore this forest and to gather all the eggs. In this game you have to collect 6 eggs, I think, and bring them to the basket. And you also have to escape a giant rabbit monster. I don't know, it's pretty fun to play, the graphics are okay, I guess. I could probably go back and redo this game, I don't know. Let me know what you think. So let's place this one in Very Good. And I'll probably put this one above CompAInion, so this is better. Next we have Phantom Flash. Now this is a terrible game, so let's put this one in tier. This is actually a prototype that I made for Loss, which was a finished commercial game for Steam. But the prototype, yeah, it's not that great actually. I didn't have time to do everything. I only did this one in a week, I think. I only had time to add the first floor and the attic. And in this game you just explore this floor, and you can also kill enemies with a flashlight. The problem is, the game is very short, it's not that fun to play, and it's very buggy, so you can't even kill the enemies, it's terrible. So yeah, I'll put this one in F tier. Next we have Break the Rules. This is yet another game jam game, and it's really fun to play actually, it's a cool concept. You just have to explore a school, and you can break everything you touch, so if you go near a desk, or a chair, or a drawer, you can completely break it apart. And your goal is to make as much points as possible. And yeah, not too bad, it's pretty satisfying actually. So let's put this one in Very Good. Next we have ScubaTography. This was yet another game jam game that I did in a week. And your goal is to explore an ocean and take pictures of the very still life. And one cool thing I did in this game is that the sea floor is procedurally generated. That is probably the only time I've ever did something like that in a game. It was pretty interesting. I learned a lot when making this game, and it turned out kinda good. The graphics themselves are good, the music is very relaxing and good. So yeah, overall, it deserves a Very Good. Where do I put this one? I'll probably place it below Easter Forester. Yeah. Then we have Space Week. This is not a game jam game, it's just some project that I did in like a month, and my goal was to make a 3D platformer for the first time, which is probably my favorite genre of games. So I really liked working on it, but the problem is I wasn't really that used to playtesting, so the game itself is very hard to play. The levels are super difficult, you have to do very precise jumps, and the movement itself is fine, but it's not that forgiving, so it's a pretty hard game to play. But it's still fun to speedrun, and you have these levels in space and you can jump around, and it has low gravity, and it has a few other cool mechanics, so I don't know, it balances out. I have some great things and some terrible things. So if we do the average, I guess, I think it will probably land in... cool. No, I'll put this one above the fruit clicker, obviously. Okay, next we have Shape Champion. This is yet another game jam game. I was actually quite surprised with this one because I ended up playing it with my brothers and they really liked it. It was very fun to play with them. My goal for this game jam was to make a multiplayer game for the first time. Yeah, you just have to defeat your friends. In the levels you have a few power-ups that you can pick up to help you defeat them, and it has very simple graphics, a pretty catchy song that I stole online obviously. Overall, a pretty cool game that you can play whenever you like it, like with friends in a party or something. So I'll put this one in very good. Yeah, right here. Next we have my most recent game jam game, Music Master. In this game you just have to assemble these instruments and then you have to play a scale on it, because the theme was built to scale. Get it? It's a pretty unique concept. A lot of people who played it actually like the idea, but the game itself is really simple actually. You just have 3 instruments and that's it. So it's probably something that you can play only once and then be done with it. So with that in mind, I'll probably not put it that high. I'll put it in cool, I guess. And finally, we have Lost, which is my first real commercial game. This is a horror game that I made over the span of 2 years. So obviously this is the most polished, like most complete version of any game I've ever made. It has a lot of secrets, a very cool story, some unique gameplay mechanics, and a few jump scares. So yeah, it's really fun to play and explore around. The puzzles are actually quite fun to solve, but with that said, it still has a few flaws, in my opinion. Some things weren't very clear to the players, and the story itself could have been done better, I think. But you know, I'm a solo developer, so I didn't have a lot of money or time. So with that said, I'll probably not put this one in S tier, I'll put this in amazingly awesome. I don't think I've made a spectacular game yet, but I'm still very proud of what I achieved with Lost. It's a really cool, short 2-hour experience that you can play whenever, and yeah, I think that's a pretty okay tier list. Let's review it really quickly. I'll probably put these 2 in cool, I guess, because you can't really replay them. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So let me know what you think. In my opinion, you should probably play only the games that are above this line, I think. I'll leave them in the description, so give them a try. And let me know if you like this style of videos. It was way more improvised, but I needed to make a video before I went on vacation, so yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys when I start my next game. Bye!